Hey pals. Well, we're gonna have to pivot. I was gonna live stream tonight and I didn't realize that even with all of the verification processes I've gone through this week, that there was still one more step I needed to take, which was actually signing into a live stream and then letting it take another 24 hours to verify who I am after 5 times of verifying myself. Anyway, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. So I'm going to get my makeup on and we're going to do this mile a day anyway. Okay, and get my hair up in some curlers. The part that takes the longest is letting the curlers set, which I'm not fully doing today because I don't have time. Let the curlers. If you let your curls go cold, they will stay longer. So there's that. So get all of the curlers out. Those rat tail combs that our mothers and grandmothers used to slick back that spot on your hair so that you get that nice slick flat spot to your curl. Then I clip it up and put my flower in. And boom. And we're ready. Hi pals. Okay, I'm a bit more calmed down now, and we were gonna get this walk in today anyway, so again, we're pivoting. Let's go ahead and do the countdown. Come on everybody, here we go. Ramp her up. Like I said, now that I'm started, I'm a little bit more calmed down. I'm one of those kind of people that I had a plan for today and my plan got changed way late in the game. And so it takes me a while to get okay with that. So thank you for coming along with me while I put my face on and got ready to do this. I know that you're my friends and I could have just jumped on here with no hair, no makeup, no nothing, but I'm trying to create a brand, so it's silly, but I want to look nice in these things, so there you go. I guess I'll just tell you about what I learned today. We started our YouTube channel a couple of months ago, Escape for the Day, and it's going to have a lot of other kinds of things. You probably, if you've looked at the channel, you can see that we've got some video of being in Disneyland, and this is just a place to start for what we're wanting to do in our retirement. We run an Etsy store, and the YouTube channel is kind of a way to get people to know us, know that we have this store, that we have this persona, that we want you to come along on adventures with us. And we have all kinds of other ideas. Any of you who know Chris and I especially, know that we've always got something going, and we're always super excited about the next thing we're going to start and do. It's interesting because Chris works a full-time job. I work full-time from home. So we're we're going slow at the moment and just kind of, taking little steps towards our future every day. And when we're both retired and we're doing this kind of thing kind of full time, it'll be a lot different than, I don't know, me needing to learn how to edit so that I can help with doing parts of these things. I'm the kind of person who I don't enjoy doing a project by myself. When I was younger, I always ended up with that desire to do things by myself because I didn't think anybody else could do them to the standard that I expected, or, it was just easier for me to do it myself. I realize as I've gotten older that that's part of something that is just inherent in my brain that makes me a little bit more rigid with my approach to the world. And I've learned over the years that if I give up some of those needs of doing it my way, that I can get a lot better connection with the world. So I give up the parts of, like, I don't necessarily want to do the editing, and I don't necessarily, I don't know. I've done a lot of collaborations in my life, and it is definitely better when I give up some of my need to be perfect, because the way that I see the world isn't necessarily the way everybody else sees the world. And when I let other people get involved, it helps me to communicate with other people a lot better, because I get other input as to what about my approach doesn't make sense or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, long story short, I can't wait till Chris retires and we get to do this full time. Not just walking on a treadmill, but all the adventures that will be afforded by me being able to walk and talk and use a camera and edit and and post live to YouTube when I want to. If I went off on a tangent before I explained that, what I meant to explain is that we started this YouTube channel and we've been at it for a couple of months, and you go through verification processes in YouTube. And so yesterday I went through the next hoop of, we've been on there long enough, put out enough videos that I was able to do like an advanced verification so that we could do more things, so we can eventually possibly monetize, and that we'd be able to do live streams whenever we wanted to. And then today when I went to set everything up to do the live stream, because like I said, I'm the kind of person who I've got a plan. I went on to YouTube, went to the My Studio thing, and lo and behold, when I said, I want to do a live stream today, it said, okay, but you have to wait 24 hours before you can do that, because apparently when I was doing my verifications yesterday, it didn't occur to YouTube that I might want to verify everything. Like, it didn't tell me, oh, hey, by the way, if you want a live stream, you're also going to have to go over here and jump through this hoop and wait another 24 hours. I'm sorry for anyone who was excited and ready to come walk with me tonight. We're we're going to do it again. We're going to try it again tomorrow night is all I can say. So same time, we'll do it Wednesday the 10th at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. As Chris told me to say, same Tauntaun time, same Tauntaun channel. And yeah, so hopefully that'll be an actual thing that happens tomorrow. I had a plan for what to talk about with you live, but I also planned on having a little bit of interaction and being able to talk directly to you guys. So I didn't prepare a whole lot of story for me to just stand here and talk to nobody without interaction. So yesterday when I talked about my earliest memories at Disneyland with the Mr. Lincoln thing, is I spent some time online trying to look for any verification that the phone call that I vividly remember being on was actually something that was there. And I couldn't find any verification that anything like that ever existed at Disneyland. So if there's anybody out there who has experienced it or knows anything about it, please let me know. Because the only thing I could find, which still, I think this is still a really interesting possibility, is that the Disneyland switchboard, where the operators answering the phone, live operators, you know, with a big switchboard in front of them, where those ladies sat was in an office. Apparently it still is an office above the theater where the Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln, or actually right now with the Life of Walt Disney, where the Walt animatronic is now. Their office was right above that theater, and that there's a door as you come out of the theater and into the hallway. There's a door that leads to their office. It's very possible that there was just a phone outside of that door for like emergencies or something. And that as a little kid, I got it in my head that must be the phone to call Lincoln. And that what I did when I picked up that phone is got an operator who played along and got me in touch with somebody who spoke to me and pretended to be Mr. Lincoln. I think either one of those things are very possible. I think the second might actually be more possible. I don't know. I know that I did things as a kid. I still do things as an adult that other people are like, what made you think that? And I could just see myself as a little one coming out of seeing Mr. Lincoln, the Mr. Lincoln animatronic, and seeing a phone, and for some reason making the wild leap that must be where you get to actually talk to. Once he goes backstage, he's ready to talk to you on the phone. Who knows? I definitely had cast member interactions when I was a child. People liked to play with me and make me believe that things like that were possible. So so that is a possibility. But again, if anybody remembers anything about that, knows anything about what that might possibly be, help me figure out what my memory actually is there. So you get those weird, distinct memories of something, and I actually talked to my mom about it today, and she doesn't remember it at all. So, not to say that, she said not to say that it didn't happen, because, you just remember, everybody remembers different things differently. So I don't have a verification of that information. Wow, we've already gone 3/4 of a mile. Look at that. Let's change directions. Don't fall off the treadmill. Don't try to be cute. So I was going to show you a little bit of our Christmas village. Because it's pretty funny. We have, you've seen my Tauntaun popcorn bucket from Disneyland, and what I think I told you in the first video that what we've decided to do with him is something that people used to do. They would have like this big stone goose out in front of their front door, and would dress it up for holiday seasons, like in the 90s or something. And that's what we're going to do with the Tauntaun, but keep him inside. So he's going to just be dressed for all seasons. So that's why he's in his Santa hat, very happily holding his light up Christmas tree. And then we have the Christmas village that we have is the mid-century modern houses that you can get at Cost Plus or World Market. And they're light up and they're super cute. They're like these little wooden laser cut. And the two of us carried our AT-ATs around like they were little like lap dogs that we were carrying around. And so he's like a fully posable little guy. And this year I put Christmas lights on him, and he's attacking our Christmas village. So that's fun. And I got the idea from my bestie, who has one of those ceramic Christmas villages. And every year she would set it up, and she has a bunch of little miniature horses that she would put stampeding down the center of her Christmas town every year. And I just always thought that was the funniest thing, and wanted to bring a little bit of that silliness into my life, because I have a little bit of trouble kind of getting into the Christmas spirit. Like the other day when we were talking about how I'm trying to do things in my life to create more community and be less cynical in my life. I've got a lot more years behind me than I have in front of me. And that's just a grim reality, I guess, but without being morbid about it, it puts your life in a little bit of a different perspective, for me at least. And I want to go ahead and celebrate the things that make me happy, and while I have the time to do them. And I really wish that for everybody. I hate to see when my friends are putting off their lives for the hope of, well, in 5 years it'll all be different, and in 5 years it'll be okay for me to quit working, and it'll be okay for me to, whatever the thing is, it'll be okay for me to start that thing, it'll be okay for me to end that thing. I just am really embracing the fact that, what if today is all I have? And if today is all I have, then I guess I'll get on the treadmill and walk for a mile. I mean, obviously you guys could see that there was, at the beginning of this video, I wasn't in that beautiful, serene place I was talking about the other day, where I can be just finding the joy in the little things. I was upset because my world got paused and wasn't going in the direction I wanted it to be going in right that very second. But I can also take those things for what they are and not dwell on them and not make them ruin my entire day. Just go ahead and do the next right thing, as I've been learning about these past couple of years. And doing the next right thing isn't always the easiest. It's not always what I want to do. But the next right thing was getting my camera out, taking you guys into the bathroom with me and getting ready and getting the heck on this treadmill. So yeah, I'm glad you guys are here for it. And we're almost at 1 mile. I almost missed it. There it is, 1 mile, pals. Good job. Super proud of you all. Okay, pals. Well, that's another mile in the books. There's the ears for today. I got to figure out how to get my selfie mode to show these things to you front ways. But anyway, everything's mirrored. Yeah, so good job. We went ahead and did it. Got in our mile today for our 100 miles in 100 days on a $100 treadmill. And I will see you back here tomorrow. And we're going to do the live stream tomorrow, 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time on the YouTube channel. And we're just going to assume that it's going to work, because it is. Let's be positive. Ha ha. Say bye, Jim. Oh, he's out. Jim is actually just laying there sleeping.